Well, in every community, there are people, and we always identify everyone through certain communities. Either they're from this community or that community, whatever, from certain groups. So, in every group, there are different kind of people. So, there are good people, there are bad people. But what happens is always in any community, whatever the good things they do, it is appreciated, of course, but more than that, whenever in any community, certain people, when they do any bad things which hurts different people, immediately that is always highlighted and that's taken into account. That's not right. You should understand that in every community there are good people, there are bad people, and there are some neutral people who are not good, not bad. That's all. So when you identify people with their communities, do not judge them just because they are from certain community, and you don't have a pre-assumption that they are good or they are bad. You need to know each people personally to really know exactly how they are. Before that, do not come into any judgment how the person is. Just because if they are from certain communities, you don't have to judge them. Either they are good or they are bad. In every community, there are good people, there are bad people. You need to remember that. And always the good people, of course, the more, only certain bad people are there. So most of the time, a certain kind of bad people, when they do some bad stuff, somehow that gets highlighted because it hurts more people, and that's what get highlighted. And most of the people start judging that community as a whole, that these guys are not good. So that is not really a good way of dealing with people. I think we should be always flexible, give proper thought, and you know before we judge any people. And I had an experience once. I remember, just because we were in a party, and there were a couple of people sitting. The moment one of the guys just said, "Oh, this guy, he's from that community. Oh, we know those guys are all corrupt people. They are thefts. They are number one thieves. You need to avoid them. Be away from these people." I said, "Hey, hey, listen, listen. You don't need to, just because one guy," I said, or certain people in your life, you had experience of that community was not good. It doesn't mean that entire people from that community is going to be bad. I asked that person, "Why do you feel that way? Why do you think that community, people from these certain communities are, whatever community he's thinking, are bad?" And he said to me that he had a very bad experience with one person. I said, "With one person you had a bad experience and you're judging the entire community as being bad? That's not the way to go about, right?" So that is absolutely not the way. So if you have a good interaction with certain people, certain community, that also doesn't mean that everybody in that community is going to be good. You can. Everybody is different, person to person. Everybody is different. Everybody's got different way of thinking. Everybody, approaching whatever dealing, everything is different. So we have to take into account that we have to be careful while we judge people, and at the same time we have to know that everybody is not the same. Everybody's gone through different experiences in their life. So based on that, they might be dealing in that way. Also, what I feel is everybody's got like a good side and a bad side, and probably a neutral side. So it is possible that the particular interaction which you had with that person was at a time when that person was bad. So it's possible that you may have ended up having a bad interaction with that person, and you were not happy with the entire dealing, and you must have come to the conclusion that entire if that person is bad, and all the persons dealing with that person also may be that way. It may not be the case. Sometimes you might have got a person and had an interaction with that person when he is really good. The same person would have dealt with another person when his dealing was not that good. So it depends. So just because he dealt with you when he was really good, you'll have come to conclusion that this guy is really good, and probably you'll think, and all the people like him or that community or dealing like him, will be really good. They're really good people. That's not the case. You know. So just try to understand that everybody's got three sides. There's a good side, there's a bad side, and probably there's a neutral side where they don't really show exactly what they are. They're good or they're bad, but they're just neutral. So if you come across guys who's having a good side, especially towards you, maybe you're dealing with that person is good, and overall you can, you feel happy, you're okay with that person. That doesn't mean that person is just a superb guy in every angle. May not be the case. With certain other people, he may not be that way. At the same time, if somebody is really bad with you, he may not be bad with everybody. So there are different scenarios like that. So in short, any community or any people from any community, we shouldn't judge them just because they're from certain groups, certain communities. No. We have to know the person slowly, then you come to know whether the person is good or bad. That's the thing. How do you know? You will come to know when you do have interactions with that person, when you meet, when you deal with him. Not one time you will come to know immediately how the person is. You meet the person several times, you do several dealings, and then you come to a conclusion whether this person is good or bad. Automatically, based on your previous dealings, you tend to make a small direction in your mind whether the person is good or bad. So that sort of interactions, multiple interactions, will help you decide on how the person is, rather than just looking at him once or just judging only based on his background of which community he's from or something like that. So that's about the topic for today. Until next time with a new video, I come soon to see you guys all. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and do press the bell icon. That'll be a great thing for me. And once again, thank you so much for your support. I've reached a new target of 3,000 subscribers, so that's very good. So next is probably I'll keep a extended target of 10,000 subscribers. It'll take some time, but I'm sure I'll reach there with all your support. So do share my video, and I can reach that target. Once again, thank you so much. Until the next video, bye bye.